Good morning, students. Welcome to your computer class. As in the previous class, we have discussed about Flash, and in between there, a revision was going on. So again, after the winter session, we are coming up with a new chapter: Introduction to Visual Basic. In this chapter, the topics which we will be covering is computer language. Okay, so we will be knowing about computer language, that there are different computer languages. So in that we have seen C++, Fox Pro, Python, many different languages are there. So first we learn about what is a computer language. Then in that we will learn Visual Basic. This is also a computer language. Okay, then how will we start a Visual Basic and creating a program using Wizard. Okay, with the help of Wizard we are going to create a program. As you have already learned basic programming language like Logo, in which we are using Turtle and some codes. Also you will learn about Visual Basic, in which you will have the basic understanding of forms, controls, properties and events. So first topic is computer language. Let's see what is all about. A computer language is a medium of communication used to communicate between the user and a computer. Okay, see, as when you want to communicate with some person, we have a language, either Hindi, English, Punjabi, Nepali. There is a need of language to communicate with other person. So as like if you want to communicate with your computer, so the user and the computer, there is a medium to communicate. That medium is a computer language. So if the first line itself is saying that computer language is a medium of communication used to communicate between the user and a computer. Computer language has its own vocabulary, and being a machine, it understands the vocabularies as per symbols of their own languages. So see that it is having its own vocabulary, like we are having our own vocabulary as being a machine, but it understands the vocabularies as per symbols. The symbols represent the vocabulary for their language. These symbols must be used according to the rules. What are the rules written over there of the language while writing a program? So there are some rules, like we are having a rule that you have to line within a margin. There is a 4 lines in which you have to use. If you are writing small letters, capital letters, then there are some rules to write. The first one will be capital, the others one will be small. Likewise, the computer machine also has a vocabulary which as per symbols, but they are also having some rules which I have to follow while writing a program. Now, computer programs. This is about language. Language is a medium to communicate, but program, these are the instructions for a computer. These are the instructions for a computer, and these instructions tell a computer to perform the task necessary to process the data into information. So the instructions are given to the computer. According to the instructions, the data is processed. Now the process of writing these instructions is called programming. Okay, so the writing these instructions, there is a process, and that process is called programming, and the people who can write these programs are called programmers. So 3 things now you are able to know. First one is what is a computer program. So computer program are the instructions which are given to the computer to perform a specific task or necessary to process the data of information. Next thing is that the process of writing that instruction. How will you write that instruction? There is a process that is called programming, and the person who is writing that program is known as programmer. Now, a programming language is a set of words, symbols, and codes that are used to write a computer program. Okay, remember this. What is a programming language? So, programming language consists of set of words, symbols, and codes which are used to write a computer program. And Visual Basic is one of the programming language. Okay, Visual Basic is also one of the programming language. With the help of that, we are going to develop a program, able to create a software. So let's see what is Visual Basic. So I hope that you have got information about a computer language. What is a computer language, and what is a computer program, and what is programming, and who is a programmer. These all things are clear to you. Now next, Visual Basic. Visual Basic is a programming language from Microsoft. Okay, it is based on BASIC. Okay, the full form of BASIC is Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code language. BASIC, which have learned in smaller classes. So Visual Basic is a programming language by Microsoft, and this is based on BASIC, but it is more graphically designed for Windows operating systems that contains the use of screens, mouse, and keyboard rather than textual format. Okay, earlier what we have to do in BASIC, we used to do the textual format, but for Windows operating systems it has been designed graphically, so that because we are using screens, mouse, and keyboard, so for that purpose, so that we can easily do the programming. Now VB, in short Visual Basic, was designed to be easy to learn and use. This language not only allow programmers to create multiple applications but also develop fairly complex execution as well. Even it is not just that you are just creating easy programs or simple applications you are creating. You can also develop complex applications also. You can create any program depending on your objective with VB. Whatever objective, whatever aim you are having, what are the purpose you are having, on that you can design a program. For example, you can create educational programs to teach science, mathematics, language, history, geography, etc. You can also create financial and accounting programs to make yourself more efficient accountant on financial controller. Those who like to play games, you can create those programs as well. As before you can program in VB, you need to install a Visual Basic on your computer. So again, what happened that you need a platform. Every programming language has their own compiler which provides us a platform to write the code. So for this also you need to install a Visual Basic on your computer. After installing, the procedure goes on and you will be able to create educational programs, as we have seen, teaching science, maths, language, history, geography, else accounting programs, and as well as games. So a Visual Basic, which is a high level language, programming language, is another version of BASIC. So if anyone asks about what is the next version of BASIC, is your Visual Basic. Now next page, objects, instructions, and event. Let's see what is this object, instruction, and event. Okay, so the first step in VB is to build a program with Visual Basic objects. First step in VB is to build a program using Visual Basic objects include items such as buttons, text boxes, and labels. So these objects include three items: buttons, text boxes, and labels. Visual Basic makes many aspects of programming language as simple as dragging graphic objects onto the screen with your mouse. So it has made it so simple that even now you can drag the objects onto the screen with your mouse. And next, the programmer writes instructions to define any action that should occur in response to specific events. So finally, if you see, the programmer generates and tests the final program. So an event in Visual Basic might be the result of an action that a user initiates. Whatever event performed in Visual Basic, might be the result of an action that user initiates. For example, if you see, when a user clicks a button in Visual Basic program, the program executes the clicked event. We are pressing enter on our keyboard. What happens? Whatever the execution is there starts running. So as usual, whenever we execute the program, means we click a button in Visual Basic, the program executes the clicked event. Whatever event you have clicked, it starts running. Programmer creates events in Visual Basic by writing instructions, that is called code, with its built-in programming language. By using built-in programming language, programmers create events. Okay. Now next, data type. Very important point, data type. The name itself saying that which type of data, which type of data. You can develop an interface for designing an application. In that interface, you will see how the data is stored, acted, or being operated, transferred, and calculated. Means how the data is calculating, how the data are transferred, how they are being operated, how they are stored. These all things are seen, okay, in that interface. So we can design an interface for designing an application. We need to define the type of data for performing all the operations. That's why only the computer is able to know that which type of data is there, and it will store the data at their place. So storing different types of data, values such as name, address, large number, small number, logical data, these things. These are the examples: name, address, large number, small number, and logical data. If you have to store this, then you have to know about the data types. So Visual Basic requires that before using or working with data value, you will have to tell Visual Basic exactly what type of data the value is, whether it's an integer, double, float, character. This you have to tell to the Visual Basic before performing any operations. So Visual Basic supports 12 data types. These data types can be classified into numeric and non-numeric categories. Okay, so 12 data types are supported by Basic, and in this both are coming numeric and non-numeric categories. So let's see the numeric data type. What are the numeric data types? Okay, now numeric data type, first one is byte. Okay, a byte is a small natural positive number that ranges from 0 to 255. Remember this. It is a small natural positive number that ranges from 0 to 255. A variable of byte type can be used to hold small values such as percentage, the number of toes of an animal, etc. Okay, so for storing the small values, to holding the small values, Just like person's age, number of toes of an animal, these all things are stored in byte. Now, next one is your integer. An integer is a natural number larger than byte. Okay, so it is bigger than byte because byte has only 0 to 255. Okay, its ranges, but it can hold a value between minus 32768 and plus 32767. This is the range of integer from minus to positive. 32768 and 32767, underline it and remember this can come in your examinations also. So such as range is the number of pages of a book. Okay, so here in this, if we'll talk about integer and the range, the number of pages in the book. Okay, this we can take it, or you can take bigger numbers also. Now next one is your long integer. Long integer is a natural number whose value is between this and this. It is between this, so that is long integer. Examples: the population of the city, the distance between places of different countries, the number of words in a book. Earlier you were counting the pages of a book, that is integer. But if you started counting the number of words in that book, what happened? It become long integer. So there you have to write the data type that it's a long integer, otherwise it shows error. Now next one is your decimal. Okay, a real number is one that displays a decimal part. A real number is one that displays a decimal part. This means that the number can be made of two sections separated by a symbol that is referred to as decimal operator or decimal symbol, like 76.9, 7 to 6.9, 5 to 6.9. Okay, these are the two ways in which you can write it. So these are the decimal numbers in which you can able to write the decimal points. So for that you will use the decimal integer type, sorry, not integer type, decimal data type. Now single. Okay, in decimal also two methods, single decimal place and double. So a single is a decimal number whose value can range from minus 3.40283 e power 38. Okay, hexadecimal numbers. After that they start giving the numbers in alphabet to the power 0.1. If the number is negative, or 1.401928 e power 45 or 3.40283 e power 5 if the number is positive. Okay, if the number is negative, then the number negative or this value, and if number is positive then this. Okay, these two values. If we are talking about double, then it is used for variable that would hold numbers that range from this to this. So if there is a negative number, then this, and positive to this. Okay. Next, there is a data type currency. The currency data type is used for the variable that can hold monetary values. Means the money values which calculated in terms of money, monetary values are written or stored or expressed by using currency data type. I hope clear to you all. So these are numeric data types. Okay, earlier which we were studying these topics which we have discussed now, these are numeric data type. Now we are coming to the next topic, which is non-numeric data type. In non-numeric data type, what are the things? First one is a string. Okay, not a character, a string. A string is a series of zeros or more character. So a string consists of series of zeros or more characters. Okay, remember this line also. Although a string may hold numeric digits, a string is never used in the calculation but only holds characters. So it is used for holding characters, not for calculations. This data type is used to store names, address, codes, etc. that are not required for computation. So these are non-numeric data types in which first one is a string, and asterisks hold the characters. It doesn't do the calculation, in which we can store names, address, codes, okay, which are not used for calculations. Next one is Boolean. It represents data that can take only two values. These values are usually represented as true or false, although they can also be treated as yes or no values. It is useful for setting values to a control property that take only true or false values, such as enable property value. Okay, enable property value shows the property that only true and false. So Boolean is used. In Boolean there is only one condition, whether the number is true or false, 0 or 1. Okay, so in which, like example, would you like tea or coffee? So you will answer that coffee. But in that case, if a person asks you, would you like to have tea? Then you have only two answers, yes or no. Either you say yes or no. So likewise, in the data type where only the answer will be the single one, so in that we will use a Boolean one. Okay, where only two values are there, and that we have to take an answer, or which shows the result in the form of negative or positive value, yes or no. Now next one is your variant. The variant data type can hold any kind of data except fixed length strings. Okay, so these can accept different kinds of data but accept fixed length string. You employ variant data for different uses. When a data storage area is to hold different kinds of data, a variant storage area can act as temporary storage location for any data type that you will later place elsewhere in a more specific data type area. So if you want to store a data for temporary storage, then you can store here in a variant, and after that you place it to a more specific data type area. So for that we will use a variant. Okay, you see, variant means the different options, like different variant, different colors are available, so we call a variant. Okay, for a temporary time. Now object is most anything else that you want to use in your program. So object can be almost anything which you want to use in your program. It can be anything, that is called object. Date and time is also a data type. A date is a numeric value that represents the number of days that have elapsed since a determined period. A time is a numeric value that represents the number of seconds that have elapsed in a day. So these are the non-numeric data types which you can use, and above there are numeric data types that also you can use. Okay, now coming to the next topic, suffix character for literals. Okay, literals are the values that are assigned to the data. At times we need to add a suffix behind a literal. In Hindi that we call उपसर्ग and प्रत्यय, हम लोग पढ़े हैं, है ना, कि उपसर्ग पढ़ते हैं फिर प्रत्यय पढ़ते हैं in Hindi. So likewise, literals are the values that are assigned to the data, which are assigned to the data, and at times we need to add suffix behind a literal so that Visual Basic can handle the calculation more accurately. There is no confusion. Like rupees equals to 2000 at the rate tells the currency style data type. Okay, so rupees is a suffix in 2000 which is telling that it's the currency style data type. So like data type long suffix is and, single exclamatory marks, double hash, and currency. For the currency there is at the rate symbol. Okay, here they have used, sorry, not rupees, at the rate symbol. This shows that it is a currency style data type. So if in place of at the rate, if you have used and, then it will show that it is a long data type. If we have used a hash, then it will show double. So in addition, we need to enclose the string literals within 2 quotations, date and time literals within 2 hash sign. String can also contain any character including number. Now, next, variables. So as we had talked about literals, variable is also there. Variable can temporarily store the value of data in memory during the execution of your program. Okay. So what are the variables? So variables can temporarily store the value of the data, like A, B, C, P, Q, R, F, X, Y, Z. These variables can store the value of data in memory during the execution of program. They are often referred to as containers for various types of data. As we are having containers at our home for storing the food items, the variable is also known as a container for holding the value. There are some rules for naming the variable, how you can rename or name the variable. All variable name starts with an alphabet. Remember this can be asked in a question. What are the rules to name a variable? All variable names start with an alphabet. Use letters or numbers in the name. You can use letters or numbers in the name. Maximum length for a variable name is 255 characters. Till 255 characters you can use a variable name. The only special character that is allowed is underscore. Okay, so one thing is provided in you for naming the variables, that underscore you can use. Period or space is not permitted. You can't use this in variable name. So remember these 5 points. Okay, that it starts with the name of alphabet. You can use letters and numbers in the name. Maximum length should be 255 characters. Till means for a variable name is 255 characters, and only special character that is allowed is underscore in the variable naming. Period or space is not permitted. Okay, so by this, how you can just initialize or create a value inside a variable, how you can name a variable also. Now, declaring variables, how you will declare a variable. Now you have taken a variable, you want to initialize a value in it, but how will you declare it? So the dim statement declares variable by assigning them dim statement. Okay, dim statement declares variables by assigning them a name and a data type. Before using the variable, you must first declare that variable with a dim statement. So before declaring a variable, we use dim. Okay, dim statement, like dim variable name, var variable name as data type underscore name. Data type आपको जो रखना है आप रख लो, लॉन्ग है, इंटीजर है, डबल है, फ्लोट है. नाउ नेक्स्ट, स्टूडेंट अंडरस्कोर नेम. स्टूडेंट का नाम किस में आएगा? स्ट्रिंग में आएगा, क्योंकि ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स हैं आपके पास, तो आप उसको स्ट्रिंग में यूज़ करोगे. उसका डेट ऑफ बर्थ है, डेट ऑफ बर्थ आप डेटा में रखोगे. ठीक है. मार्क्स आपका इंटीजर में भी हो सकता है और साथ साथ डेसिमल में भी हो सकता है. ज़्यादातर कोशिश इंटीजर की होती है, अदरवाइज आप डेसिमल में भी मार्क्स होते हैं. ठीक है. इफ द डेटा टाइप इज नॉट स्पेसिफाइड, अगर मान लीजिए डेटा टाइप स्पेसिफाई नहीं किया गया है, तो विजुअल बेसिक ऑटोमेटिकली डिक्लेयर द वेरिएबल एज अ वेरिएंट. विजुअल बेसिक क्या करेगा? तो उसको डायरेक्टली डिक्लेयर कर देगा एज अ वेरिएंट. तो यूजिंग वेरिएबल स्टोरेज, असाइनिंग द वैल्यू टू अ वेरिएबल. अब बात करते हैं हम लोग कि हाउ यू विल असाइन अ वैल्यू inside a variable. Now till now you have seen that ki what is a variable. Okay, how you will declare a variable, Then now how will you store? Means assign a value. So after declaring the variable using dim statement, we have to assign the values to these variables. For that there is a syntax: variable name equals to expression. Variable that we had declared, and expression can be any of the following: mathematical expression, literal, variable, logical or string expression. So these are the ways by which we can just store the value inside a variable. So students, for this video only this much. In the next video we will be discussing about the operators in Visual Basic, arithmetic operators, relational, logical. What are the other operators are given in this, we will be going to discuss. Okay, till then, thank you.